Hi, fifth grade. Today's math lesson is lesson 5.1. We are starting our unit 5 of our math curriculum for fifth grade. And this is over dividing whole numbers by one digit. So this is just like we were reviewing on Friday, dividing whole numbers using Dangerous Monkeys Swipe Bananas. This is just like we did division in fourth grade. You are just dividing regular numbers, practicing those skills that we already know how to do. So we're going to do a quick review again in our notes today, and then you will be able to get started on your assignment. I will point out, it will be extremely helpful if you know your multiplication facts. It makes division so much easier. However, if you do not know your multiplication facts, have a multiplication chart handy at all times so that you do not get messed up on those facts. Because if you mess up one number, your whole answer is going to be wrong. So really be careful, pay close attention, and don't rush through. All right, let's start with number 1. 5 will not go into 4, so we need to look at the 49. 5 will go into 49 9 times. 5 times 9 is 45. Swipe. Subtract, that gives me a 4. Then I'm ready for bananas. I'm going to bring down that 1. Remember, if we bring down, we have to go again. So now I'm ready for dangerous, which is divide. How many 5s will fit in 41? That's 8. 5 times 8 is 40. Swipe those, that's a 1. Bananas, I'm ready to bring down this 4. And remember, if I bring down, I go again. So back to dangerous. How many 5s will fit in 14? That would be a 2. Monkeys, 5 times 2 is 10. Swipe, that's a 4. Bananas, but I don't have anything to bring down, so I know this 4 is my remainder. We know we're done when we have nothing left to bring down. So 982, remainder 4. Now your homework assignment is going to ask you to check your answer. In order to check my answer to see if I got it right, I take my answer times the outside number, and I should get what was on the inside of the house. So we're going to take 982 times 5. If I have a remainder, I don't worry about it yet. We'll do that here in a second. So 982 is what I got, times the number on the outside. Let's multiply that real quick. 5 times 2 is 10, put my 0, carry my 1. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 1 more is 41, put my 1, carry my 4. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 4 more is 49. Then I had a remainder of 4, so I'm going to add on 4 more, which would give me 4914, which was what I started with inside the house. So now I know for sure that my answer to number 1 is correct because I solved it and then I checked it. If you check it and you do not get the same number that you started with inside the house, you know you've done something wrong. Don't just leave it there. You would go back and fix it. Maybe you made a mistake in your division. Maybe you made a mistake in your multiplication, but you need to work back through and figure out what your mistake is before moving on. This is an easy way to make sure that you get a 100%. All right, let's try number 2. 6 will not fit into 5, so we're looking at 53 here. 6 into 53 would be 8 times. 6 times 8 is 48. Be careful with your subtraction as you're swiping here. That would be a 5. And then I would bring down my 8. Remember, if I bring down, I have to go again. So 6 into 58 would be 9. 6 times 9 is 54. I would swipe those, which would give me a 4. And then I'm ready for bananas, so bring down that 0. Remember, if I bring down, I start again back at dangerous. So 6 into 40 would be 6. 6 times 6 is 36. I would swipe those. That would give me a 4. Bananas, I have nothing to bring down, so I know that 4 is my remainder. So 896, remainder 4. And remember, my homework is going to ask me to check. So I'm going to take my answer, 896 times 6. Remember, leave the remainder out. We'll get it here in a second. Let's multiply this. 6 and 6 is 36. Put my 6, carry my 3. 6 times 9 is 54. Plus 3 more is 57. So put my 7, carry my 5. And then 6 and 8 went on a date. 48 plus 5 is 53. Then I had a remainder, so add 4 more on there. and that gives me 5380, which is what I started with. So I know I got that one correct. Remember, if my check does not check out and they don't match, I need to retry to figure out my mistake. All right, one more here with number 3. 8 will not fit into 6, so I'm going to look at 60. How many 8s will fit into 60? That would be 7. 8 times 7 is 56. Be careful on your subtraction. That gives me a 4. Bring down the 0. If I bring down, I go again. How many 8s will go into 40? That would be 5. 8 times 5 is 40, so when I subtract, I get a 0. Bring down my 2. Remember, if I bring down, I go again. With dangerous, how many 8s will fit into 2? Well, that would be 0. Remember, we don't freak out when we see a 0. We just keep going. So we just divided. Now we multiply. 8 times 0 is 0. Swipe those. That gives me a 2. Bananas, I have nothing to bring down, so I have a remainder of 2. 750 remainder 2. I'm going to check my answer. So 750 times 8. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40, so put my 0, carry my 4. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4 more is 60, and then I had a remainder of 2, so add 2 more onto that. 6002, which is exactly what I started with, so I know I got that one correct as well. If they didn't match up, I would go back and work through it again. All right, we have a couple of word problems here. We know they have to be division because remember, Unit 5 is all dividing, so that makes my choice there easy. Number 4 says, a farmer has 2,106 cows and 9 barns. If the farmer divides the cows into equal groups, how many cows will he put in each barn? All right, so he's taking his 2,106 cows and dividing them into 9 barns. 9 will not fit into 2, so we're looking at the 21. That would be 2 times. 9 times 2 is 18. Careful on your subtraction. That's a 3. Bring down that 0. If I bring down, I go again. How many 9s will fit into 30? That would be 3, which is 27. So swipe that. That gives me a 3. Bring down that 6. If I bring down, I have to go again. How many 9s will fit into 36? That would be a 4. 9 times 4 is 36. So I would swipe those, and I would get a 0. Ran out of room there a little bit. Bananas, I have nothing to bring down. I do not have a remainder. So 234. And I know that I need a label. That would be cows. He's going to put 234 cows in each barn. It's quite a few cows. Now, we could check that to see if we got it right, but it does not require me to. So the word problems do not require me to check. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to because I think we got the hang of it up here. On your homework assignment, you have to read carefully. The top part is going to ask you to check, just like we did up here. The word problems at the bottom are not going to require you to check, but you can if you want to. All right, number 5. A machine produced 4,650 bottles of seltzer and put them in packs of 6 bottles. How many 6-packs did the machine make? All right, so they're doing 4,650 bottles, and we're dividing it by 6 because that's how they're going to group them up. 6 will not fit into 4, so we're looking at the 46. How many 6s will fit in 46? That would be 7. 6 times 7 is 42. Going to swipe those, which gives me a 4, and then bring down that 5. If I bring down, I go again. How many 6s will fit into 45? That would be 7. 6 times 7 is 42. Swipe those, that gives me a 3, and then I bring down that 0. If I bring down, I go again. How many 6s will fit into 30? That would be 5. 6 times 5 is 30. When I swipe that, I get a 0. Bananas, I have nothing to bring down. I have no remainder. So 775, and I'm looking for my label. This one's a little weird. The label would be 6-packs because it said how many 6-packs did they make? They made 775 6-packs. Remember, this is not asking me to check. It doesn't say in the directions that I have to check down here, so I am just finding my answer. If I wanted to check, I could use multiplication to do so, but I don't have to down here. I only had to at the top because that's what the directions said, just like it will be on your homework. You will check the top, The bottom word problems you are just solving, only check if you want to on those. All right, you got it. Dangerous monkeys swipe bananas. Do your best.